Big John, Big John.
All right, happy Tuesday afternoon, everybody. It's 20 after 2. I'm over here at Kirk's, and got the tractor loaded up. We are going down here to spray Genie's South, 15 acres. One good field, one little triangle that's a pain. And then I've got some double crop beans for him to spray. And then I am going home and I got about 5 acres on the inside of that one field that I sprayed just around the outside. And that should be it for spring 2023. Unless we do a little cleanup stuff in the wheat fields. So, yeah. That's what's going on. Try and get everything done so we can leave for Michigan Speedway tomorrow morning when we get home from work. And the phone's ringing, so I gotta go. Well, we got the big patch done. Now we got this little triangle here that you can see. My terrain compensation went out. It does that every once in a while. I'm not sure why. I don't know. At first we thought it was because the whole system was running off of a plug into a cigarette lighter. It wasn't getting enough voltage, so I took that all apart and I ran it straight off the battery. Well, I got a plug in the back of the tractor with some good heavy, I don't know, I think it's 8 gauge, 10 gauge wire. So it's got plenty of power now. But every once in a while the train compensation goes out on it, so you gotta power it down. And what that does, it'll still work. It'll still give you guidance, but the steering won't work. So I was coming down through the field there on the last pass on that field, and I was watching what was going on, and I turned around and I was a foot off, almost 2 feet. And it's like, I noticed that the steering had shut off. It doesn't beep or warn you or nothing when it does it. It just shuts off. So I read the bottom of the thing and it said train compensation correction off. So I drove down there, which is no big deal as long as you know it's doing it. You know, you can still use the guidance, follow the light bar. And so I stopped and unplugged it, powered it down, bringing it back up now, waiting on satellites. Yeah, I got this little patch to do, then I think about 15 acres of double crop beans, and then like I said, about 5 acres at my house. Mix up 50 gallons and go do that. Unhook the sprayer, flush her out, unhook it, put the chopper on here so Dad can do some chopping when we're gone for the weekend. Satellites are taking a long time to load up. Anyway, that's why we're sitting here doing nothing right now. Okay. I hate driving through beans that are that tall. Seems like you're doing an awful lot of damage. But really, you're not doing any more damage than you do when you're driving through beans that are that tall. It just looks a lot worse. Anyway. Done with those two. Everything's off. 4-ways on, flashers. Go back to the barn. Load up that last, I think there's about 15 acres down there that he wants to spray the double crop beans. Get them loaded up. Good for spraying for him. pretty good too. We've got a decent amount of moisture. Come on, baby. Too much water in it, so we had to mix up a little bit extra. So out of here, 5 feet over, 5 feet over. Go. Buzz this off. And boom. Okay, I was just finishing up emptying the sprayer out, flushing it and stuff, and we got called out for a diver in trouble at White Star. I'm gonna run up there and see what's going on. Yeah, White Star Park here in Gibsonburg. It's a county park, but people come from all over the country, even all over the world, to scuba dive in this place. It's got some really neat features. So, a couple times a year we have an incident out here. Alright, got up there. They were working on the diver. Life flight was already landed. The manpower part was over, so I asked the officer in charge if I could leave. He said, yep, we got it handled. So I'm back here. Get the camper ready to go. Get the truck hooked onto it. Get everything set and ready. And go to work tonight, leave first thing in the morning as soon as we get home from work. So that's the plan. I still got to unhook the sprayer, put it in the barn, unhook it, and get the chopper hooked on the scooter. Dad wants to do some mowing. Okay, put some bleach in the water system and the onboard water and fresh water, and cycled that all through there this morning. Yeah, this morning, and run a bunch of it through everything, made sure it was all going through everything, and I opened the drain, drained it all out. So now I just filled it up with fresh water, and I've got everything running: shower, bathroom sink, kitchen sink, and the outside shower, just running fresh water through it. So we'll let that pump through there, flush all that stuff out, and go from there. Then I'll fill it up and we'll be good to go. So I didn't do that before we went to Michigan. Water had a little bit of an off taste to it. But anyway, it was drained last fall and antifreeze put in everything, but I didn't really do a good job of flushing it. So we're going to unhook this sprayer off the scooter and put the mower on it. I lit that great big pile of brush and stuff, or not brush, but sawdust and bark yesterday, and that burned down good. I still got another pile's worth out behind the garage, but we'll do that at a later date. So let's get this thing unhooked. Put a spacer in there under the drawbar, and that makes it right about level, and it keeps the hitch from banging around a bunch. So that's why we do that. I gotta open the window. Okay. Oh, simple as that. Now we'll get her backed up to the chopper and go from there. Well, I guess I'm going to have to talk to Kirk about this, because that looks like a brand new jack. And then there's writing up here, it says wrap chain over handle. I wonder if he lost the jack. Oh well, it happens. I gotta find the big hitch again. I'll be back. Yeah, so I was on the phone with Kirk. And the old jack on here was a top line jack, and you'd always rip your knuckles open on this thing. So he had a sidewind jack like that, lines on the side. So he swapped out his sidewind jack on here and put the top line jack on a tool that he had, a roller. And he come over here to unhook it, and the drawbar caught on his, the hitch caught on his drawbar when he was pulling away from it when he parked it. And it bent the jack. So he went and bought a new one to put on here. So I told him I'd pay for it. And he says, I just consider that payment for using it. So anyway, he's going to come and get the sprayer because I don't have room in the barn for it with that seed wagon in there. So, but she's all hooked up, ready to go. I didn't check the fuel, but anyhow, so now that's done. The campers should be still flushing. And we'll open that drain and drain all that water out and then fill her up again with fresh water and be good to go on that. Sounds like Miss Tammy's bathing dogs, because Max looks like he just got a bath and Ruckus is sitting pretty. I thought I heard screaming. I think I got it full. She's coming out of the overflow. So Max got a bath, Ruckus got a bath. So I'm gonna go out back here and split up some firewood for campfire. And get that put in the truck. What have you got?
A chlorine tablet.
Oh.
I'll put one in the skimmer.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll get some wood split up and loaded in the back of the truck. Go from there. I think what I'm gonna do, this is all oak, so we'll use this for cooking. And I got some of these, they're cut at an odd shape. I'm gonna cut me a bunch of them up with a saw into short pieces, and we use that pine for, you know, flaming campfire. So anyway, let's for a little bit and get after it. Well, I tried to do a time lapse. It didn't work. So I cut up 3 or 4 of them long ones there. Pretty sure it's pine. But I split a bunch of that oak. Yeah, a whole great big huge over for a wheelbarrow load. And got that thrown in the truck. Like I said, went back and cut up 2 or 3 of those and hit a screw in one of them. Wrecked the saw. So there's what we got. My little fire ring. So we're good to go. Firewood wise. What are you doing, honey?
Trying to find the dog stuff.
What dog stuff?
You know, like maybe a lead and a cable.
Was
the
that
red cable, the black quick thing, and another leather 3-footer.
Okay, so went over to my buddy's house, Jen's house, looked at saws and forklift and everything, and we come up with an arrangement. So when I get back next week, we'll do the deal. So that's going to be about it for today. We got clothes in the camper and fire gear and everything else ready to go. So get home tomorrow morning, Finished getting everything loaded up and hit the road. Michigan Speedway bound. NASCAR weekend.